Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Edoggz Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 25th anniversary Transformers the movie Unicron with Kranix Minicon figure that is included inside of this box. So I hope you enjoy this video. We have a lot to talk about, and I'd like to thank the Wikipedia page for the information that was on there for me to use. So I hope you enjoy the show. So here is the box, and it's very different from the one you may have. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but this is the version I have, and it's very nice in here. The figure comes in robot mode, just so you know. Now this is the special edition, and we'll talk about all the other versions of this at the end of the video. Now on this side of the box we have fires missiles. You get 6 of those, 3 on the left leg and another 3 on the right leg. We have a movie accurate head. We have this fire missile from chest. We have glowing eyes, light up fist, and down here it just says Supreme Class, which it is. And on the back of the box, we have the special edition Unicron 25th anniversary Transformers the movie. We have him in the robot mode. We have the eyes. Again, they light up. His right hand glows. And then we have these trapdoors on his legs. We have the spring-loaded chest and the firing missiles. On the bottom, we have Kranix, the Minicon figure, which is included down below. We'll talk about that. On this side, we have the chest opens, missile attacks. We'll show that later. And then we have holds up to 27 Minicon figures. Minicon figures are sold separately. We'll talk about that later. And then we have this side of the box. And there's a little bit story there. So if you want to pause and read the story, that is all cool. But that's about it. You know, there's the top of the box. There's the back of the box. Bottom of the box, as I say. And that is it. So the first thing we're going to do is get Kranix out here. This is Kranix, which is a Minicon. Now, little backstory on this character. This is a part of Transformers Armada. That was the first version of this figure in a whole, if you will. And the theme and the gimmick was to find these Minicons that somehow escaped Cybertron onto Earth, and they come to Earth. And the gimmick was that if you find a Minicon, he had to agree to be a partner. And once he becomes your partner, it will unlock some kind of special weapon or feature or power that a Transformer may have in that series. So this is one of those Minicons. Now, his name is Kranix. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the correlation to another character from the movie and the comic book? Well, there is none. So just a brief run through his background. Kranix in the Transformers the movie comic book, he comes from a planet called Lithon, and in the comic book, Unicron comes around and he lays down this mist that melts everything, and it turns into a liquid before destroying the planet. He was able to transform into a ship and then escape. Now, there were some other survivors, but not everybody did make it. And the people that were involved in that, you're not going to be able to see this camera. We're going to stand this down here. Let's move the camera down. That's how tiny it is. Let's see. Were 3 characters. So in the comic book, we have Hot Rod, because it's the movie. We have Cup. And then we have Grimlock. Just these three characters. They were involved in that. And the Quintessons captured Kranix, and they brought him to justice, as you may have seen in the movie. We'll get back to it in a second. And they passed a sentence of innocence, in which they dropped him into a pit of Shocktacons, and he is destroyed. Now, with that said, there's a slight difference between the actual animated movie. So we're going to keep these three guys, right? These two guys they get captured by the Shocktacons. Kranix is already there. He's about to get past sentence of guilty or innocent. They choose innocence. He gets destroyed in the movie. And then these two guys are next, Hot Rod and Cup. But they get saved by the rest of... I should say they get saved by the Dinobot team. And the only person that we are missing here from that scene is Swoop. Now, I just want to make a quick comment about the movie. For some odd reason, Snarl was hardly in this movie. I'm not exactly sure why he wasn't. I have to watch it again to kind of figure out what the deal was. But that's the team in that scene. So there is that. Let me give you a close-up. I'm going to try to give you a close-up what it looks like. Brighten that up a little bit. And articulation is not that great. You can do 360 degrees on that arm, 360 degrees on that arm. Legs, not too much. You can go up to there, and that's for the transformation. We have the 5mm port to plug into a special port. I wouldn't say it's not special, but it's in a uniquely placed port. Let's say that. And the head really can't focus on it because of my lighting here. But that's the head right there. Now, transform this is very easy. So, all you have to do is turn this around, make sure, it's flush. Turn this around like that. Do the same thing, turn this around like that. You can bring this gun around if you want to. Now, the prototype of this figure, the gold is much brighter for some odd reason. Not exactly sure why they changed it. So we're going to bring this around like so. Bring this around, and we want to turn. Actually, we need to move these legs out of the way. We're going to turn this later. Right? You got to make sure. Okay, we're going to turn this like that. And then we take his feet, turn it upside down. We're going to bring it down like so, and we just want to match the shape of his feet with the rest of his legs, like that. Same thing, bring this down, turn like this, and you bring this up. Make sure you gotta maneuver the legs, these little red parts, like that. Make sure. Alright, take this gun, flip it over like so, and you can have it this way or you can have it that way. It doesn't matter. If you want to hide the head, you could just turn it. You could just turn this all the way around to hide the head. So it looks like that. Now, in the Wikipedia information, it doesn't say anything on how the comic book version or the animated version became this. So pretty much they're just sharing the same name. They have no correlation with each other except for the name. That's is it. So there you go. He turns into this metallic moon, and he gets plugged into the port that's in the beast mode. Matter of fact, let me show that off real quick. Alright, so here's Unicron. Alright, so he just decided to fall apart. Literally. Let me just there we go. There we go. So there's a port. Oops. It's hard to do this because he's very heavy. So there's a port there, and you can just plug him in like so. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Maybe I got this on the wrong side. Let's turn this real quick. Put this in here. Let's see how this works. You get the gist. It goes there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be like accurate, but it goes there. So that is it for Kranix. And now we are going to get into the meat and potatoes of Unicron. And this is a Supreme class figure. And this is what it looks like from the front. This is what it looks like from the side. This is what it looks like from the back. Now, I always wondered why Hasbro didn't make like a shell to pop into these little ports here. There's a port there, to make this like a whole sphere or something like that. Not sure. This is what it looks like that side. This is what it looks like from underneath. And that's what it looks like from the top. I'm starting from here because it's easier to go from here to the zero level. But before we get to that, let's move it back here real quick. In the movie, Unicron has the power to reformat characters, as you may know. We have Megatron, Thundercracker, Skywarp, the 3 Insecticons, Bombshell, Kickback, and Shrapnel. They all get reformatted into new characters. So let me just bring those guys in. We have Galvatron. I don't have the Matrix on him. Then we have Cyclonus. And then we have Scourge. Just to, not to forget to put any Decepticons in there. So you have that right there. Now my copy is missing a part, so you may see it fall apart. Actually, and it's this part right here, and that is because this is gold plastic. So my figure has GPS, gold plastic syndrome. So this piece broke off. I'll show that off in the video. And it's very hard to find this piece. A lot of people want a lot of money just for that one small piece that I need. Other people are selling the whole figure as a whole. Some people want $200 for, you know, for parts, and I just need that one piece. So it's kind of crazy, but we're going to transform it anyway. I'm going to transform it my way though, and what that means is that these shells are going to come off. And one of the capes is going to come off because, well, you just wait for it. All right, so what we're going to do is we want to undo the rings first. And what we need to do is we need to split this, get this out. All right, we need to split this. So, go on the top. This is where everything falls apart. I'm going to get up here, split that apart. Now, I'm going to take this piece off because it's going to get in our way. Right, we're going to take this half off. Don't worry, it's going to come back. Let's move that back there. You're going to take this piece out. You're going to take this piece out. Right, we're going to take this piece off as well. Right, we need to. Right, and it's going to stay like this. It's going to stay like this for now. So the first thing we want to do is get the legs. So the legs, you just want to pull down, and you can see the head, visible head syndrome down there. He's underneath. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with the legs first, like so. Like so. We bring these all the way down on the leg. So let's get a clearer picture of that. We're going to bring this all the way down like so. Make sure, right? Make sure that guy's going on. Next, we want to tackle the feet. So we're going to bring the feet out like this, bring it all the way around, and we're going to use our finger here to pop the heel out. Right? Right? Take the heel. I'm going to turn this around. Very stiff, very stiff. So you got to be careful, right? Because sometimes you don't want to break it. All right, thank you. Stage is falling down. Let's fix that, shall we? Thank you. All right, so we're going to turn the feet so it creates the heel. Bring this down. Push this back. So you still have a foot like that. Now this side, like that. This one is a little more easier. It's not as tight, which is fine. Bring the heel up. Even want to turn around. So you have both feet already done. All right, now if you want to hide that piece of metal thing, you can. You just want to rock it. You want to rock it backwards. All right, let's see. Just trying to see the ankles are not working with me. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, you take these side panels, we're gonna flip them all the way around like that. Side panels all the way around like that. Okay, so he's acting funny. Okay, so we got the bottom half at least. so we're there. We're halfway there. So we're gonna move the camera up just a slight bit, and we have to work up here now. Right. Next, we're gonna focus on the arms here, and we just want to unpeg this. Right. Keep that over there. Now we're gonna keep that down. We're gonna keep that up. Right. Now, since we are here, can I see? Let me see if I can get to it. We're gonna take this piece off. Right? Because I don't like these pieces on there. It just is too much clutter in the back. So I like the back clean, pretty much. So we take this door, let's keep falling down. I'm going to bring up his shorts. So we have that done. Next, we're going to bring the arms up on this piece right here, and it's going to clamp on this right here. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to bring this arm up. Matter of fact, as we do so, we got to manage all of this and bring the arm up. Right? And if something gets in the way, you just got to move it out of the way like that. Bring the arm down. Bring the arm down. Oops, he's doing the splits. Alright, so now we're here. We're going to turn here. And we're going to open up this door. And we're going to flip out this fist. Now the fist has to be just like this in order for it to fit inside of his forearm. It has to be just like that. Close the door. We can unfurl these fingers. Same thing on the other side. We want to turn so the door is facing us. There's a door here. Flip this open. Get in here. Nice and easy. Has to be just like that. The fist has to be just like this. Bring this out. Close the door. Turn it back. And this is the department where the batteries go. As you can see, the plastic is starting to bend because that's how long the batteries have been in there. This shouldn't be happening, but that's because of GPS. That is what's causing it. So the cape, let's talk about the cape. So we want to bring this down. We want to straighten these out. Wait. I'm going to turn that. I know you didn't see it, but we need to turn this piece forward. Still messing with the feet. Got the feet done. Okay, so there's your cape. And you can arrange this however you want. It should be like that, to be honest with you. These are done already. You bring down the head. Bring up the arms. Right. And then on the back of the head, you have a tab here, which is another button battery type of deal. You take this tab out and the lights will come on for you. So he's kind of leaning. He's leaning. He's doing the gangster lean right now. Right, there we go. Now, we're going to do this other side real quick. We're going to take this piece off so I can show you what broke and the piece, and I need that to replace it. No. Give me 1 second, because I gotta operate. There we go. All right, so we're gonna take this. You're gonna move it to the side so it won't break. Now, okay, so let me see if I can get it on camera. Let's move him back before we finish the video. So, as you can see, this is what happens when you use gold plastic. So, this piece, this is a stem that plugs in right here. Plugs in right there, right? I tried to reinstall this, and this side broke off. I tried super gluing it. I tried other types of glue, and it's not happening. You know, it's just not. It's not strong enough. The glue is not strong enough to hold in place in that part, especially if it's moving. You know, glue and movement don't mix, so I need to replace this piece. Now, I could use any of the Unicrons, which we're going to talk about in a second, but we're going to turn this, right? Get this ready. Boop, boop, like that. And that is the other side of his cape. That will go right here. It will go right here, something like that. And that will be complete. So, right now we just have one wing, and it kind of looks like that scene right before he gets destroyed by all of the Transformers in the movie. There's only one wing left. The eye is broken. There's a leg missing, I think, in the movie. So here you go. This is the 25th anniversary Unicron. He is a very good figure. There are some things I would like to change, because this piece came out in, what was it, 2011? And one of those changes would be these side things. They're very noticeable, let's say that much. Make them look more presentable right there. But yeah, so this is just one of the Unicrons. So let me just run through it real quick, because there's different colorations, different styles of this piece. So it all starts with Transformers Armada. That's the series where the Minicons come in, and that happened in 2003, and that has a different color format, let's say, on that figure. Right after that, it was Transformers Unicron, which is the third part of the Unicron trilogy. Armada was the second part of the Unicron trilogy. And in 2004, they made a green version. That was the Toys R Us, I think, exclusive green version that they made back then. After that, Toys R Us also made the 2008 Transformers version. Now that comes in a totally different box. If you may have it. You never know. Another one to note is the Universal Dominator Unicron, which came out in 2016. I don't know what color racing that's supposed to be. I think the legs are darker, and the orange is much brighter. This right here is also known as the Amazon exclusive, which came out in 2011. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2011. Yeah, 2011 came out. The Dominator came out in 2010. Let me correct that. Then we have the Platinum Edition, which was 2016. And last but not least, let's talk about the Takara Tomy version, which is a 2-box set. So one box had Unicron in it, another box had Primus in it, and those are totally two different colorations. They're very, it's a unique thing to have. But yeah, let's get into articulation. So the head is stationary. It doesn't move up or down. It doesn't do anything. The arm can go all the way around. Elbow is at 90 degrees. You can bring it out on the arm like so if you need to. You can get it all the way out if you turn it like that. The hand is 360 degrees. They are articulated at the knuckles, so that's the only movement that they have. The thumb only folds in like this, like that, like so. There is waist articulation. You can go 360 degrees if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Let's bring up the legs. Legs are stiff, so you have to undo these right here. Bring up the leg. Very tight. Bring down the knee. And that's all you're going to get right there. We can bring down the arm. That's as far as you're going to get there. There's no thigh swivels here. Let me backtrack to see. There is a swivel. At the bicep, I want to say, for the arm. The feet can be arranged any way you so choose. There's a wide range of motion there. On the other foot, on the leg, I should say, we can go all the way back. We can come in ahead if you want to. But that is probably for the transformation. Okay, let's see. We got now there is a couple of trap doors here. I'm trying to keep him in frame. In his lower leg. Let me see if I can get to it. All right. So there's one there, and there's one there, and the gimmick of this is to store your Unicron. So you transform them up, and you store them in there, and he keeps them in prison until he doesn't need them anymore. And you also have these buttons here, right? This is the gimmick that is in the Armada series. And pretty much, you get one of those Unicrons. Where did he go? Where did he go? Anyway, I gotta go find him. Really? I lost him. Anyway, maybe you can use. No, I lost him. So anyway, so pretty much you put your Unicron there, and it fires all of these missiles. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to lose the missiles, and they will be incomplete. But yeah, now again, totally different coloration. I went with this because it looks like the animated movie. You may have gone with the one that has the purple on these little strips right here. You may have gone with the one with the transparent chest. Matter of fact, let's go into the chest. You have this gimmick right here where you have the missile inside. But yeah, there's different ones for everybody, and the face is different on all of them. You can get a real close look of his face right there. It does not detach or any kind of way, but that's what it looks like. Now on the other ones, I don't think his side of his face is painted on the other versions, but I do not own those. I only had this version and the universe version, so I can only account for those two pieces. So yeah, let's bring in a couple of people. Let's bring in Galvatron here. Let's bring this down just a tad, Oh, that'll work nicely. That'll work nicely right there. And Cyclonus. Scourge is leaning back. Why are you? And you have that right there. Just to give you a scale of what's going on there. And then if we take these two guys out, we could bring in Rodimus. Have them two going at it. And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So, hey, what you think, all of you, for watching this video? If it was fun for you, as it was for me, give it a like. If it was helpful in any kind of way, leave it down in the description. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. There's going to be 4 more videos before the year is out, so please stay tuned for that. And yeah, we are now. I just want to add one thing. I'm not sure if the HasLab Unicron is going to make an appearance on here, because I do not have the space for that figure. It's just way too big, and I'm gonna need to build a showcase, a special showcase for him. Just wanted to add that in there. So yeah, we're getting ready for next year. We got to get a few more figures in before we call it for 2023. I just want to say, hope you had a good Christmas and a happy Kwanzaa. And if I don't get back to you, have a nice New Year. Please be safe. Watch out for the crazies. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. And I'll see you in the next video.